Now that should be live. Hello. Let's see.
Hello.
Yes, there we go. Wonderful. Hey, Adam.
Hey, JJ.
So time zones, huh?
Yep, it caught me out, and I had to find a suitable T-shirt to wear. And
Oh, yeah?
hopefully, you're a fan of this T-shirt. The Tecton Cat has
Nice.
arrived. So that was sent as part of being a speaker at CDCon. So I'm very
Nice.
grateful. I'm proud to rock the Tecton T-shirt, which you can buy from our CDF store, but that's an aside.
Oh, that's good stuff, man. That's good stuff. This is officially the 8th, so it's safe to say that this is truly a habit now. The CD Foundation Twitch stream. I'm JJ. I work at IBM as a developer advocate, and you are?
I'm Adam. I work at IBM as a product developer. I make special things.
Nice.
Sometimes using Tecton. JJ, you've got some news, haven't you?
Yeah. Yes.
You was made something, weren't you?
Oh, that's right. Yes. The blog post officially went out. I'm officially a CD Foundation ambassador, and thank you, Adam, for pushing for that to happen.
Excellent. Well
yes, it means a lot. It's a nice little feather in my cap. Granted, I'm not wearing a hat. I have a red hat behind me, though. Hey, there we go. It's a good honor, and it's one of those things that you kind of, if you've never known of what an ambassadorship is, it's one of those things. It's a good way to kind of say that you're doing good work for a foundation or whatever. If you've ever thought about, if you've been part of the foundation or like you help out with the projects around continuous delivery, like Tecton and Jenkins-X, which we're going to play with today. Going through the process of becoming an ambassador is always a good thing. They acknowledge you do the work, and then also you get resources from them to do cool stuff. Stickers are galore, right? Is that right?
Yeah, not just stickers, but you should be getting a nice big welcome pack as well. I think
nice.
there may be a T-shirt in there. So that'd be
nice. There you go. Awesome. So we last time we streamed, we finally got Jenkins-X actually playing with Minikube, which was pretty damn cool. As soon as we got our head wrapped around it, and we actually got everything kind of pulled together, turns out Jenkins-X is actually pretty solid.
Yep.
There is a happy path to it, which is obvious because I mean it's a constantly moving project. But as I started continuing playing with it, I did a follow-up video on the typical workflow that a developer would go through instead of setting everything up, like actually interacting with it. That if you're interested, you can reach out or just find it on YouTube channels. But it turns out it was pretty solid. The next challenge we're going to have is that was on Minikube. And a lot of the issues, Adam, I don't know if you've seen them or not, because this is actually the first time Adam and I have talked about this. I put a bunch of issues in about the just the sharp edges, I guess is a good way to describe it, that we had. And it turns out a lot of the sharp edges was due to Minikube. The actual Minikube instance that runs is very, very underpowered because it's a development environment. It doesn't need to be production quality by any standard. So I thought it would be a fun challenge today to just spend an hour or so trying to get Jenkins-X with the Minikube instructions working on an actual Kubernetes cluster. We tried this already once. It was a disaster. But now that we're seasoned veterans, if you will, Adam, yeah, come on, give me a smile. There you go. I think we both can kind of just run with it and kind of walk through the process. Seem reasonable? He's speechless.
Well, I'm just trying to think, what was the problem that we had last time with IKS? Do you remember what it was?
I really don't. I really don't. And being that there's so many iterations on Jenkins-X, like we can't say that we're going to be running the same code. Like it changes so rapidly, and they add things to it so rapidly that I don't think it's safe to say.
It was definitely a disaster, but it's so basically you need to be able to install. I think it was Helm. Let's just go for it. I think I don't need to remember, but I remember it was a disaster. But yeah, now we know what we're doing, and hopefully we can get a nice Ingress endpoint, because we basically learned that webhooks are really, really, really crucial for Jenkins-X to work. That's what we learned. We went down and no webhooks when it was a nightmare. So we can get that endpoint. Maybe we might have to use ngrok. I'm not sure. Maybe we can omit ngrok and just use the Ingress endpoint. Yeah, let's give it a shot.
Okay.
Is it a nice big cluster as well, JJ? Like really big?
It's a relatively big one. I mean, I know some companies run production environments on this cluster, or not this specific cluster, but this side.
Wow, on this cluster. Okay.
Yeah, right. If you wouldn't mind SSHing into the box while I share the screen, so we both can type, because God knows we get frustrated when one of us can't type properly. Okay. So let me share my screen. Zoom, why are you being mean? There we go. Share screen. Take that off. And then desktop. There we go. So that should be, everyone should be able to see the screen now. Okay, get NS. There we go. So we have there's a handful of things on it. Nothing's actually running, which is fine. Okay, create NS Jenkins-X. So NS Jenkins X. So now we're actually in a namespace, so we don't have to worry about stepping on each other, which is good. So as you see here, just if you haven't seen this yet, I just kind of want to make sure that this is the step we're going to go through, which is the Jenkins-X instructions for Minikube. There's no reason why this shouldn't work on IKS, IBM Kubernetes Service. IBM Kubernetes Service is very, very vanilla, which is actually one of our pluses. We try not to make too many things different. So you should be able to take something from Minikube and put it in IKS, and it should just work. As you see here, it's 4 CPUs with 8 gigs of RAM is what you're supposed to build Minikube with. This is like I think 4 by 16 worker nodes and 3 of them. So it's a relatively bigger instance. And being that Minikube is only one instance of Kubernetes, this is spread out over 3 different worker nodes. So the scheduler will be able to give out the different pods, because there's like 1 trillion pods inside of Jenkins-X, as we discovered. That was a joke. So hopefully the scheduler will be able to level set it across the whole cluster. So we should actually see better performance, which is the ultimate goal. Sitting there, if you watch the video, it took a good 20 minutes for everything to churn through as it was walking through the process. So that's a disadvantage. Anyway, let's continue on. So I'm going to go ahead and just start from the very beginning, unless you have a objection, Adam. No? Okay. So we'll do this as Altar Labs Jenkins. Let it go. And then cd mkdr Jenkins X. Clone. Let's get down. Copy. Beep, 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 beep. There we go. My insulin pump is telling me I'm having problems, which is always fun. All right, so now we need to configure our ingress domain to point to the equivalent of that. So if we look at our ingress domain here, JS cluster get, we have this one already, which is nice. right? Like this is actual ingress subdomain. So I should be able to come in here and do JX. Do I have JX installed? I do. Is there JX update command? Do we know? Okay. You want to pull the newest down anyway, just to be on the safe side? I feel like I'm talking a lot and you're not talking at all, Adam.
Well, I'm looking around and I can see those commands Jake's upgrade, but I really can't believe there's not an update command. While you were doing it, I was searching because it was on like, I think there were like 20 or 50 version changes like in the past few weeks. So I was trying to figure that out, but I can't really see anything good. I just switched download the binary. What's your session name as well, JJ, for Tmux, please?
Jenkins-X, all one word.
Thank you.
Oh, crap. Give me 2 seconds. I'm sorry. Home. Tmux. User local bin. Yes. Good. And I'm not watching the chat. I should probably have that up. Okay. JX. All right. So of course we don't actually see the release version. We just see CL3X, but that's here nor there. All right. So back to what we were grabbing.
Yep. So you've got the ingress domain. Did you set the requirements file to use that domain yet?
I was just about to do JX GitOps requirement edit. I do like splitting my windows. Life is better when you split my windows. GitOps requirements edit domain that.
Okay, so we're omitting the weird nip.io thing. Ooh, is that an error?
Yes, because I'm not in the correct directory.
Oh, okay. Right, so you got to be in the directory of the GitOps repo, I guess.
And if we look here, git diff, there is our. There it is. There's our domain, as we were expecting. And yeah, I just completely walked past that instruction. All right, so we need to set up ngrok for this, but we shouldn't need to because we actually have.
We have endpoint.
We have an actual endpoint.
Is that reachable by anybody though? So could you or I curl the endpoint?
You should be able to, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to copy that and just do that little ping on the side. So if I were to do, is it kget ingress? All namespaces perhaps. What was the command that you just did, JJ, that got you that nice ingress endpoint?
It's a cluster get.
That's the one. Okay, I'm going to copy that to my clipboard while you do the rest of the thing. So I think it's the subdomain that I want, isn't it? Okay, I've just got that. Okay, you want to go ahead? Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the ingress, the hook for this, which should be reasonable.
Yep.
So copy the charts. Copy. If I can only copy and paste properly. And that. And this is the hook. There's a hip hop joke about that in there. The hook.
No? It was a good hook. Yep, it was pretty powerful. That.
Oh, I'm an old man. All right. So git add period git commit dash m fix configs git push origin master.
So I've just verified that I can get to your endpoint, but there's nothing there, obviously. And I do
Okay.
believe we might have to use that ingress secret somewhere later on.
Okay, it should be pretty standard, which is fine.
Yep.
All right, we're pushed up into the repo. Okay, so now we're doing the install the Git operator.
Mm-hmm. Now, do we have one already installed from our
Pretty
Minikube debacle?
Pretty sure we don't.
Okay.
I'm going to pull this one over here because I'm into deleting that. As we've learned many a time, Adam, save those tokens, but on another window so you delete immediately after streaming.
Yep, definitely.
All right. And that's new. That wasn't there originally. Yeah, it actually filled everything out directly for me, which is pretty damn cool.
Nice.
All right. So then JX admin operator username JJ Asgar.
But you don't want to paste your token in there, do you?
Like I said, I have it right open right now. I just delete it anyway.
Okay. I was just wondering if you did it without the token, would it be interactive and give you a prompt that was hidden?
Oh, well, yeah, you'll be prompted for them. No?
Yeah. Okay, it's adding missing Helm repo. And this bit, I think, did a heck of a lot of things. And remember, one thing that we learned last session was wait. I remember you did a pull request and we suggested making some coffee in the meantime. Just because this did a lot of things, like 10 minutes worth of things. And the quick start as well required, I think, 10 minutes more of waiting. So hopefully this is a bit more of a powerful cluster. And you have to wait so long. But we have to be patient. And I do hate being patient, but I think
I do too.
Does anybody really like being patient? Why would anybody like being patient?
That's a great question.
Sit there and just do nothing. If you're a professional procrastinator, I'm not sure that pays well though.
No, that's true. But there's no pods in the Jenkins namespace right now.
Well, that's a bit weird.
Yeah.
The namespace JX Git operator.
Oh, is it?
Wait, that's interesting. Has it moved? Is that?
It made its own.
Okay, so let's watch that namespace. I don't remember JX Git operator, so maybe that's a new feature.
Oh yeah, that's so they got smart.
Changing every day.
Yep.
Maybe now it won't even take so long, or there'll be a nice little coffee cup ASCII art as it says, "I'm preparing things. Please wait."
There you go.
That's good. Okay, so I've got a new namespace. Init 0.1. Okay.
Things are happening. Okay, so that's all looks like it's coming up.
Yep, that's good.
Now we're doing our Helm repos.
So I wonder how long it's going to take. So are these images cached already?
No, they're pulling directly down. No, yeah, they're pulling directly down from the internet. Yeah, but don't forget, this is in a DC with like super fast internet access.
Yeah,
so you don't like shows it, right?
I'm just wondering because we're starting this at let's say 11:24 your time. Let's say it was 11:23. It'd be nice to know the time from 0 to hero, 0 to something cool where they can say, "Hey, it's working." So far it's been 2 minutes.
Yep.
But obviously, you won't want to do this all the time. It's not just a one-time thing. But I'm just curious from a test perspective.
Yeah, this is very much a one-time. But I'd be really curious to see if this actually finishes, because this will be a really good video just to share around, showing people how to get this working on an actual Kubernetes cluster.
Yep.
So a lot of config maps going in.
Are you saying Minikube's not an actual configuration for Kubernetes? Whoa! What's on a Minikube?
Shots fired over here.
I do wonder if you look at those really big images though, because remember, I think the JX CLI was like 3 gig, and there was like a Node start one that was like 2 and a bit. So it's still going to be quite beefy and quite chunky. But again, maybe that means it's quite powerful. So maybe it's got a lot of cool features. So this is all Helm stuff. More Helmy stuff.
Yeah, still just chugging along. Let me make this a little bit bigger so it's easier to read.
So you've only got 2 pods in that namespace on the bottom.
Yeah.
Is there any other stuff going on? I guess anywhere.
Secret infra just got created, it looks like.
Wow.
Same as with production and staging.
Oh, it's made those environments already. That's interesting.
Yeah, they originally, when we did this a couple of weeks ago, those did not exist. They were created when you push something from staging into production or something into staging. So they're pre-populating this stuff now.
Because probably know that you want to do a quick start, because who doesn't want to do a quick start?
Yeah. Here we go.
Now, remember, those are benign errors. After a while, they're resolved. I think it's because some lie in others, and eventually they'll all pop up.
Yeah, it's like a race condition that they're all.
Maybe it should be a stateful set where X then Y or Z. I've never really used them, but I heard they're pretty cool. But I guess it's just wait, and eventually all will become healthy. And this is in the which namespace is this thing, JJ? Is this still in the GitOps namespace or JX?
JX. I moved into the JX namespace because it looked like things were actually happening there.
So you have Pipelines Visualizer now. Hello. I've never heard of this before in my life.
Ooh.
Have you heard of this before?
No.
I think we're getting some new stuff here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go and search in GitHub for this Pipeline Visualizer while you do that, because that sounds interesting.
Yeah. Our secret infra is not happy right now, but that's fine. That's fine. It looks up. There it goes.
Okay, so I'm looking under JX CLI, because remember, JX CLI is the JX3 stuff which we're playing with. JX is version 2, I think. So I'm going to search for Pipeline Visualizer. Maybe that's in a separate place. I'll report back with anything that I do find. Hopefully our custom install is still going well.
Looks like it is. It's amazing how easy it is for Zoom just to get in the way. The little drop-down thing.
Yeah. So JJ, I've found JX Pipelines Visualizer. It's a web UI. Yeah. It's a web UI for Jenkins-X. The clear goal: visualize the pipeline and their logs. It's been started in September 2020 and should have a couple hours work. It's deployed and used at daily motion. There was an announcement blog post from the 23rd of September. Boy, did we must have just missed this when we streamed. I don't know why we missed it. It says why a new UI is already an Octant, one is already the Tecton dashboard as well. So this will be fun to play with. Hopefully we can see that.
And it looks like our Git operator has been pushed up. Our friend Pow DevOps 2020 is back in the repo.
Oh, wow.
His job.
Excellent.
Thought that was worth it.
It was started at Dailymotion. So it says that Dailymotion started this UI to visualize things and share with Jenkins community. So I think it'd be really nice when we can get it working, Jenkins-X, and visualize a pipeline. If we can do that, great victory.
I agree.
That'd be really cool.
I agree. And I have a feeling it's probably not in this quick start and or the docs, so we'll probably end up writing it ourselves. That was me being a little bit facetious. Okay. So we actually didn't get to the point where we had to write the log because it was actually telling us what was going on pretty explicit, which was nice. Yeah.
It's better. It's good.
Yes. All right. So
what next?
Yes. Okay. So now that we've done once it's following command, that's fine. Okay. Let's create our quick start project again.
Do we not need to do that port forward?
I don't think so because this is all.
It's a proper endpoint.
Yeah, it's actually from one point. Okay. Get ingress. There we go. We got real ingresses here. There's our hook.
Oh, JX Pipelines Visualize has got an endpoint. Can you go there,
Mhm.
please? I'm excited already. As a Tecton dashboard maintainer, I really want to see.
Oh. Oh, it's port 80, so it's probably not going to HTTPS. Oh, things are happening. Hey, I'm going to hit the button. You're not going to hear it. Excellent. I haven't been able to figure out how to pipe it back into our audio.
Wait, so did you just say it instead?
Yeah, I did.
Nice. Okay, so that's interesting.
Yes.
Let's do some stuff. Maybe do a quick start. I don't know. How do you know if webhooks are working? I guess we need to make a quick start project and see if we get a green signal.
But check this out. It builds its own Docker registry too.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So by installing Jenkins-X, you get your own Docker registry.
I bet that's a secure one as well that only you can play with. I bet if you go to that URL, it says login. So why don't you try that?
That would be amazing. Like that's a total. I mean, obviously it needs to be HTTP, but that is a.
Okay.
That's a really nice hat. Nice. Oh wait, no, nothing's happening.
Is the pod healthy? Are we being silly with this? Maybe we're being silly and there's no UI for it.
Yeah, it's running. So
but there is an ingress for it. There's no UI for it. It's just like a thing you can push to, maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, but that's probably you when you hit it. You're using Firefox, I guess.
Yeah.
And that's the health and redness probe.
Yep.
So there is a web server.
There is something there.
All right, let's keep going then.
This is
it's very new, very very different from our last experiment.
I'm actually getting like a little giddy here over here.
Yeah, it's just lots of new free things. I fell off my chair. It's just free stuff galore.
Exactly. Yeah, quick.
Is it Christmas time already? This is just great.
Yeah, right.
It's just lots of free stuff. So
project. Hey, here we go.
All right, I'm ready.
We're gonna go with JJ Asgar.
Oh, remember, you don't want to use 2FA.
But if I do the get token, this guy, which I'll put over here again.
Yeah, because remember we had an issue last time where.
Yep, it got real angry.
Yeah, we tried to use SSH keys and it was like, nope, the URL contains a colon, can't do that. And I think we have to use HTTPS with our tokens instead.
All right, hopefully this will work.
Hey, why didn't it blank out the token as you entered it? Your privacy screen was pointless.
Let's stick with Golang again.
Yep.
Put it in my namespace. Asgar Labs Jenkins X Golang. Well, yes, I would. Thank you.
Yeah.
I believe. Cool. I mean,
the catalog folder. That's interesting. What catalog folder? What's the catalog? Oh, I guess we should have clicked on the question mark.
Well, I was worried that it was going to break it.
So there's the token being printed again. So there's two little exposes there, but we can raise an issue for that one. So that's saying invalid is my password.
Oh, it's because the little %.
Oh, you put white space at the start when it said what's your token. So there's three things there. One, it should do the trim. Two, it should not tell you what it is when you put it in. Three, in the other, so you shouldn't display it. Okay, there's three issues.
Do you want to write down that note real quick? Just
I'm raising an issue instead. I don't use writing down implements. I'm going to make an issue right now while you put the right token in.
Well, no, I'm going to just tell me when, and then I'm going to delete it, and I'm going to start over and try to make sure I get that. Don't have that white space.
Okay. Wait, what?
Slowly but surely, Adam Roberts and JJ Asgard became the QA for Jenkins-X.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
They better pay us sometime. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Stickers. That's all we need.
I'm just gonna make an issue now.
Cool.
I'm gonna say doing a live stream with JJ and what's your version, by the way, please, JJ?
That is a great question. X version. 30659.
All right, thanks.
All right, so RMRF and Labs Jenkins. Golang. Copy. All right. Try this again. Labs Jenkins. Golang. Oh, so it had the rights to be able to create it, but it didn't actually. What? That's so dumb. Let me delete it real quick. Hang on. Come on, computers, do your job. Oh, it's a it initially starts as a private repo. Interesting. All right, that's gone. No questions in the chat, in case you're wondering.
Okay.
Golang. Yes. Control. Go. Here. Oh, interesting. So, so we need to change this. There we go. And if I do that's the problem. Oh, so it was looking for the actual like get credentials file, and because it was already there, it didn't ask for the key again. You see that?
Right. Yes.
So if I go ahead and cd rmrf asgard labs Jenkins-X Golang, then rmrf tilde get credentials. Now, if I go back to the quick start, yeah, see now it's all like I can't do anything. Help, please. Copy. Paste. That should be.
That white space at the start, JJ?
I don't think so.
Bet it is. Do Control A. Bet it is.
Control A didn't work, surprisingly.
What?
Yeah.
That's weird. Well, I mean, it's an invalid character as a control character, but can you not go to the previous line?
Nope, can't get up there.
Well, I think that there's too much space there for my liking.
Yeah. Yeah, see, you're right. There it is. You're right there.
Yeah, so we need to get rid of that.
What
That's just garbage in, garbage out. That's you not copying it. But I've raised an issue because that should be trimmed for us.
Yep, there we go. So then we can come back here, quick start. Because we have our credentials there, everything's happier now.
Yep.
Put this there, and then that one, Asgard Labs. Did I already recreate it? hope I didn't. Profile. Where are you, profile? I've been trying to audit my GitHub repos because I have like 420 now. Oh,
Yeah.
411.
420. Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yep.
No, and it's just because I keep forking things and I just don't, you know.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a good practice Git hygiene and also Docker registry hygiene. I know I've got a heck of a lot of images on Docker Hub that I don't really need to have up there. If there was a nice bulk delete for either, I'd be a happy man. I don't think there is.
Or for that matter, just like bulk archive everything,
Yeah.
right? And then if you actually have to come back to it, you come back to it another time.
Yeah, I mean, you could just compress it somewhere on some little file server. Yeah, anything like that would be handy. Just so it's not always there and visible and in the way.
Yep. This is looking better.
I think last time when it said catalog forward, I think it said build pack, but now it says from impact detection. So maybe catalog something else and it's Tecton catalog integration for the pipeline. I don't know. But maybe now we should go to our pull request.
Yeah, so if you check out this, it actually did the correct pull request. Oh, sorry.
Wow, everything's dark. Did you get excited and lock us out?
So if you see here, we have waiting 20 minutes. That's fine. But it actually went to the correct repo this time to import it from the repo that we're not doing, which is that, remember, we had that weirdness originally, which we're like, why is it doing it this way? Well, it's because GitOps, all the configuration for Jenkins is in this GitOps directory, and we're now importing another project into it, and now we're running our pipeline for this thing to do that work. And that's fine. DCO is just me being difficult. Yeah. But this is really cool. Hold on. Does that mean we can actually see the logs? Yeah, we see the dashboard. Here we go. There it is. There it is. Hey, Adam, are you happy now?
Yeah, I think so. Is this this is the pipeline visualizer, is it?
Yeah. Is it by clicking on by clicking on this details sends me directly to the output.
Good. What are the other options that were top right of that? There's follow logs. Yeah, what are these little things? Hey, that was like the Tecton dashboard. Okay, what if they've embedded our component? What's that top left button?
Top left. This is the status, I'm assuming. Like where it is. PR1. And that's it, really. There's a nice search bar.
Yeah, I'm going to go and find their code. I like the look of this. I wonder if they've reused Tecton dashboard things. Because we did a lot of work to get those logs and do all the things. That's good. I'm glad they've got that in there. And it's all linked up nicely as well.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Things are happening. Not seeing done yet. Nope. Verify successful.
So I've just seen some changes by James going in. Fix. Add a Tecton dashboard style path for pipeline runs. And there's another commit, which is support Tecton dashboard style URLs. So good. I think they've looked at our code for the Tecton dashboard and made it awesome. And integrated it nicely.
I do want to just throw this data point out there. When we ran this on Minikube on our box, it took a good 10, 12 minutes, right? Yeah. This was only 3 minutes on an actual production environment.
That's a very good point. And the webhook stuff just worked, didn't it?
It did. It just worked with our IKS ingress subdomain.
Hold on, I think so. Wait. Has this done a callback yet to the server? Because you can go from you to the server without webhooks, remember? So under settings hooks, let's see if there's a nice green tick there.
Right there.
Is this a new webhook?
That is.
Fantastic. Good. So it's been, I think the timer was 24 past. It's been 22 minutes from hello to hero. Well, from inception to hero. So good. I'm happy with that.
I wouldn't say fully hero yet. We've now created our Jenkins instance. We have our GitHub.
Yeah.
We've imported a project into it. We haven't actually done a PR against the project, which is that's the real end story.
But we kicked off a Tecton pipeline that we could visualize and get the logs for.
Yep.
And we get everything installed on a real prod cluster in less than 20 minutes. And now our developers could go and make their apps and do their thing with Pro and webhooks and GitOps and good practices. And, happy days.
Yeah, there we go.
Pretty neat. Like it.
I do find that weird. Oh, wait, no, hold on. This is a nice... Oh, actually, that's really cool if you think about it. After committing everything, it outputted the commands you would need to actually see what was going on.
Good. They don't have to go and find it and Google it and look at the quick
start
so
books. Let's copy this and then put this over in a note over here, just so we have that for a little bit.
Yeah. I've always said, ideally, the approach should have no documentation. It should be so good you don't have to look at any docs. But if you did have to look at the docs, tell them to me when I need them. So that's handy. Good.
Okay, so here's our Golang. It really is. It really is. Okay. So if I come back over here, back to my profile, back to my repository, we should see, oh, interesting. It starts as a private repo.
Yeah, maybe you don't want to share it yet. Maybe it's secret.
So let's see where this guy, so this is the actual first master release.
When you say release, is this a build and then a push and then a publish to the Helm chart? What does a release mean? Is it a GitHub release? Yeah. Is it a Helm release?
I believe it's the initial, like, this is version 1 of 001 of everything. So if you look here, back to that being that it's a private repo, no releases, kicked off the build pack to make sure everything actually builds how we want it to. So now it's waiting on git clone. So if I come back over here and then look at the pipeline activity, there we go. So this is, remember, hey, already this is better. Remember, this was all like broken and you couldn't really, like, you couldn't really tell what was going on.
Yes. This is in order.
Yeah, it actually walks through the whole thing. That's cool.
So it's going to do all, okay. So when I said, what does the release mean? It's going to be this stuff here. It's going to be a clone setup, unnamed 2, merge, next up. Okay.
So then we should be over here. Here we go. That's it. All doing that work over there. So when this is finishing, building the actual container, we should see. I'm assuming 001 released here.
I think you're going to get a GitHub release and maybe a Helm release, and actual pods, and then you can promote it by a JX promote at the bottom. Yeah, it says that Helm release. You can promote it then from staging to production, or from yourself, wherever you are, to staging, and then give it to your friends to test, and then production when you're happy.
Yeah. Wow, this is really so much better than we did last time.
Yeah.
Now, granted, because we have the scars from the first time of doing it and not understanding what was going on, this is, to us, eons better, right?
Yeah.
But I could only imagine, like, I'm still curious, like, we need to find someone who's never done this before and go through it themselves to see if they have the same reaction that we do, trying to with the excitement around this. Does that make sense?
Maybe that can be our homework. We need to either find some guinea pigs, or if you're in the chat or watching it on YouTube or anywhere, reach out to us. There's a Slack channel for the Continuous Delivery Foundation. You can find it through the website, I believe. If not, maybe you find JJ's repo. You can make it public, or JXCLI or Jenkins-X Slack. Yeah, more guinea pigs. Get in touch.
Yeah. You see that the chart repository is actually a local chart repository too.
So it's going to be a local Helm release, and then they're going to add subcharts, I believe, for each subsequent version. So they're all belonging to the same one big thing. So I think when you do JXG applications, that's probably a mapping to one giant Helm release with various subcharts. Because remember last time we had like a staging and a production view under applications of their own unique URLs. So that's how we're doing the grouping. It made it quite easy to developers to try things out in different environments. It was a good feature. So what's next, JJ?
Let's see if there's
nothing there yet. So
Okay.
you've probably got Helm somewhere. If you do a Helm list, -- all.
1 second. I'm trying the other commands real quick. I'm just curious.
Okay.
Oops. Still going. Let's try these build logs.
Remember, there was always that JX get act ACT command as well.
I think this might be the same stuff from outside. Oh no, this is a little bit more verbose. Oh no, it's not.
So this is doing the, is it the Go build or the Docker build? We're probably going to do a Go build outside, then put it in the container.
That's
Perhaps.
what it's, yeah, that's what it's smelling like. That's what it smells like. Taking a snapshot of the files. Okay.
If they're doing that for the Go build, it's kind of weird though, because then you're going to have to make sure your OS is on the same ones as your Docker image, which is a cross compilation. But sure.
By the way, that get act, as you were saying, this brings this out where we still see the status here. But the second PR has been created. Oh no, that was PR build 2. Never mind. So we're still waiting on the build to complete, which is our initial build, which is fine. Because it started going faster, we got overly excited, thinking it was going to go faster. But we've hit some cycles here. And to your point, that looks like the go build command right there for the main.go to build it, and then doing the push into.
What's the Docker file look like for this? What's the from in the Docker file?
That's a great question. Scratch.
Okay. So hopefully Scratch is a multi-arch image. It probably is. I don't know about the OS though. I'm thinking because
there's nothing.
I was thinking that because you're on Linux over there on the left, and it's on the Go build in there. But has it done the Go build inside of a Tecton task using a container, or is it using Go on the system? It's probably using Go in a Tecton container. So if you were to do kget task, perhaps you have like a Go build task in there using a JX image for Go. What? Oh, you can't take TK and get? I thought you could. Where's the build happening?
That's a great. That was what. That was my next thought.
Also, what's Jenkins-X and what's JX?
Jenkins-X was me. Put everything in there. Staging, production, Git operator. I'm not seeing a build.
Maybe it's building in JX Git operator. Do get task in that JX Git operator namespace. All namespaces on the end then. Okay,
That's
Tecton
all.
pipelines.
No. This was me playing with Tecton a while
Oh yeah,
ago.
actually, look how old they are.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I don't think it's using Tecton yet.
No.
But you
And by
did.
the way, did you see the version? 001 as we were discussing
Yeah.
earlier.
So is it what's being visualized if it's not a Tecton pipeline? Is it a regular pipeline? It's not a groovy pipeline, is it? What is it? I'm confused.
Yeah,
Are we using Tecton?
I don't know. Like, where is our pipeline?
Put it this way: if you did a log command of a Tecton pipelines controller, does it say, "Oh, I've just reconciled the pipeline"? That'd be one way of testing it.
You can try that in the background. Let me poke around the
Yeah,
repo.
I'll do that. You play with that, and I'll do the looking.
There's a Helm file. Make file shouldn't be anything too exciting. As old as new again.
Yep. So we are using Tecton. We've got task runs in the JX namespace and pipeline runs. We've got a JX release pipeline that's still running as of 10 minutes ago. And there's some verify from build packs going on. So it's using Tecton. It must be using tasks from somewhere. We did mention the catalog earlier. I wonder if they've changed it all to somehow use it from the catalog. There's also a pipeline called JX Meta Pipeline. We'll look at that while you look around there.
We're still stuck at taking a snapshot of files, and I'm still not seeing the pipeline.
You're not seeing the pipeline?
Still not seeing it, no.
In the JX namespace.
But this is definitely this .lighthouse Jenkins-X pull request YAML. This is definitely the pipeline run Tecton.
Oh, yeah.
This is definitely taken from our catalog.
Oh,
Like this smells exactly like, yeah, here we go. Here's the actual pipeline run.
But it's using Jenkins-X images.
There's a builder X right there. There's a builder. And pulls in CLI to do stuff. There we go. Go builder from Jenkins-X.
Right.
And then it does a bunch of. Oh, it uses Canico to do it underneath it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think the very first build pipeline we had in Tecton was Canico. So if I do get pipeline, yep, I can see that.
Wow, the timeout is 240 hours.
Oh, that's pretty long. Do you want to wait that long?
Yeah. That's 10 days? No, 24? Yeah, it's 10 days. Your pipeline could run for 10 days before it actually times out. Wow.
So this pipeline's taking a while. So we need to check our logs again. So we head to that nice visualizer.
Yeah, it's still sitting here.
So what's it doing? Taking a snapshot file still.
Now, I remember that was one of the things that said we should go make some coffee. Wasn't that the joke? Like when we saw taking a snapshot of files, that was when it was going to take forever. That feels.
I think you'd have mentioned that on your issue that you made.
Yeah, maybe.
Also, it says skipping snapshotting, and the copy is taking snapshot. So it's copying what we've just built and putting it at / Okay. Must be maybe it's a very big binary.
What was it?
Yeah, so you should be in the JX namespace, and you should be able to see.
So if we go into klogs, This guy.
Well, you
Oh,
found a pod for it.
Every time.
But it's not a pod, remember? So that will have pods, but that's a task room. So you can get pods and then get the logs to the task room pods.
Here, you do it.
Okay. Right, so there's going to be some new task run sitting somewhere. We're in the JX namespace. If I do get task run, there's this. So it's one of these two, not
it's
ready.
4:14. Yep.
Yeah. Remember, I think this might be the one. So let's do contains. Right. No apply. No push tag to Git server. We're going to follow those logs as well. We're going to do we're going to do that. Right. So now we're following it.
Yeah. So that's not what we're seeing over here.
But it got past this part. So you're seeing on the visualizer, it's stuck at that.
Excuse me. Yes. 15 minutes.
Wow.
So that's where we still are here.
Okay. Well, where we're up to is clone URL, checking out revision, fostering request. So why is it not ready? I'm going to do a scribe pod next. The scribe pod says pulling image Jenkins-X IO/builder go. I think, this happened last time, remember? This is exactly what happened last time. It successfully pulled image, builder go, and then it said pulling image again. And I said, why is it pulling the image? And then I did a Docker pull of it manually, and then I checked the logs again, and it was pulled, and it was fine. So I'm going to do the exact same thing.
Oh, Podman, maybe.
Yes, we did. Remember we did this last time. I think you did it last time.
Oh.
Hello?
Hang on. I got it. Oh, I do have Docker.
Oh, remember, you don't get access to a Docker socket, though. Because security. So you can do that pull. Here, Docker images, pipe grep, builder, go. See if it's there.
Hang on. Let me just start it.
You have to become the Docker user. How do we use Docker on IBM Cloud?
There we go. Docker images. No, this is the Tmux box. Remember this.
This isn't.
Yeah.
This isn't the IKS cluster. This is Tmux.
No. Yeah, but I do have Docker on here, which I should probably turn off now.
Okay, so we need to do Docker images on the real machine.
Yeah, I have a feeling that might be a little bit more challenging than it's probably worth. Okay. I think we just need to kind of hang out and wait. I think.
Okay, I'll look around the living room.
I mean, still sitting at 18 minutes building this thing. Oh, we have a tag. Something changed.
Oh, I'm completely in the dark as well. You could have told me that. Well, I didn't put my light on. It was a shadow of the moon. I mean, it's quite light outside, but there we go. Okay. So you have a tag. So you have a release. And that refers to...
We released this now. 10 seconds ago. So there's things happening.
Okay. So we're on the precipice of success, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
So do we have a nice
Here we go.
an update over here? Yeah.
Created pull request 2.
Is that in the Git repo? The Git
Yeah, it's in
operator
the other one. Yep. There we go. Here's our staging environment. It's actually
Hey, why is it prefix of chore? Did you put that in there, or did they?
They did.
That's not a chore. A chore to me is like some little meaningless rubbish change. This is actually a big impact change.
Yeah, moving it directly into staging. This is where, yeah.
That's just a chore. It's so easy in Jenkins-X. So a chore.
Yeah.
So what do you do next? Does it say waiting on merge or what?
Yeah, no, this is now doing its verify, right? Which is expected.
Okay.
It needs to do its thing now.
Yeah. So what does our handholder supervisor say? Is that basically what the docs say? Or is there a quick start command we've got running in a shell somewhere that now says wait until foo? How do we know what to do next?
Nothing really. Like we're still in the quick start project. We're still waiting for everything to.
But did our command return from JX Project Quick Start and have we just Control C'd it? Or is it in a tab somewhere? Okay, this is it. This is the shell.
Yeah.
So this is what we're watching. So you can see running promote. And just to confirm, JJ, if you just scroll up all the way, this is the command of JX Project Quick Start, is it?
Yes. No. It's the.
Is it get pipeline, maybe? Something like that?
Yeah, but get activity.
Okay.
Watching the get activity.
Okay.
So as soon as this one promote, which is what we were seeing right here, as soon as this gets merged,
yep,
then we should do JX get applications, and we should be able to go to our staging environment.
And then you can promote from staging to production if you wanted to. So we think we're waiting on. Oh, you need to approve it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. That's good. Of course. So now we should do maybe /approve.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah. Hello, chat ops, and then
that should do it.
Well, then let's do it in Texon. Maybe it needs to be an actual label.
Or maybe it's /approved. I always hate that.
Nah, it'll be label based, but.
Well, it doesn't then it gives it the label of approved.
In Tecton, when you use it with Pro, yes, that's how I got it set up on Git. But I'm not sure if it sets it up for you. I thought you did get chat up still on Git.
Yeah, so here.
Is there anything in the docs that says to approve it, do approve, or is it literally just say add the label? Or maybe you need to find yourself as a review and then do approve there. So, okay. So why don't you add yourself as an approver, as a reviewer? There you go, on the little cog. Up a bit, up a bit. Well, so what you could do is you either make me a collaborator or you want the label approved.
That's what I thought I did. It's regenerated. What? So the second one verified and succeeded.
Yep.
So if we come back over pipelines, I'm assuming. Ooh, that's pretty. You see that?
Yeah. So what those at the top, how are they linked, aren't they?
or not. Why have you not merged?
Because you need to have that approved label.
Yeah.
It's also got an X next to it. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, so add me as a collaborator or add the approved label.
All right, hang on. Let me do that.
Yeah.
Where is it? Manage access.
Yeah. There you go. Yep. All right, very good. I'm going to go to GitHub now. I should get an email. Get a notification. All right, have you sent it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's interesting that they don't have the approved label by default created for you.
Okay, well, good news is I'm going to accept your invite. I'm going to go to pull requests and I'm going to take a good look at it. Assign myself as a reviewer. And now I've got a few things to play with. I'm going to just put a few little chat commands in just for a bit of fun. See what happens. Probably nothing. Right, so nothing there yet.
So it should be /approve.
Hey, I'm sure I saw something just then.
Oh, here we go. Added. That must have been /approve according to the docs.
Oh, so
And you
did
must
work.
be in the repos file.
This PR is not approved. It's been approved by A. Roberts. So your lowly approval did nothing, but my powerful approval says it's been approved. But I'm not in the owner's file. Yes. Can you commit to the owner's file?
What?
There's no owner's file.
Yeah.
Oh, this is.
Come on, Jenkins-X. You're so close. So close.
I'm mildly irritated now. Mildly. So are you making the owner's file or no?
Go ahead and you can go ahead and create it.
I'm going to copy it from the Tecton dashboard owner's file. So I know the syntax. All right, okay. Right. So I've made you and I an approver.
So I think it is. I think this LGTM was from this approve because it's me who added it, right?
Yeah.
And then because according to these docs, approve. Because I'm. Oh no, we're not part. I'm not. There is no owner's file.
Well, I've made it. I'm doing /approve.
Okay. All right.
JJ added the approve label. Did you? So you're acting as pro, I believe. It's added the approved label.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, nice. So that was
now it's doing pipeline from build pack.
That was only 20 seconds to when we finally had.
Yeah, so basically they should make the quick starts with the owner's file.
Yep.
Let me see if there's an issue for that.
Yep. So then this should be. There we go. Now we're doing the release.
Yep.
Okay, so that means we should be able to come over here. JX get applications. Get.
However, there is an owner's file in the GitOps repo. Oh no, wait, what? No, there isn't. I'm in the wrong place. Okay, never mind, ignore me. I thought maybe if I put it in that place. Maybe that's a better idea.
Yeah, this template needs an owner's file.
Okay, I've made that as well. All right, so what's going on now then?
Okay, so we've merged. That's been merged in.
On the
So
case of
that
a
means-
pipeline, didn't it?
Still waiting on our release though.
Now, is that because it's in a different namespace? Because maybe it's under JX staging? Or maybe it's to a promote command.
No, we don't need a promo. We just need staging first right now. K get ns. So we should see staging.
Yep, I think you've got pods in there.
K get pods.
No. So what if you do a Helm list -- all?
So maybe if we come back to Jenkins-X - Golang. This has been released. It's tagged. So we are still in.
Oh, no. I'm right. So Jenkins-X on its own didn't have an owner's file, and I made one. Jenkins-X Golang is where your Go code is.
Mm-hmm.
But this is weird. I think it's mirroring between repos. I mean, I'm going to ping you on Slack what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
So
but look at the repo that's in.
Yes, and that's expected, right? Because we need an owner's file there to be the gatekeepers of the approval and non-approval to get it promoted to merge to get something into staging. And this repository, right, which is what it's cloned from initially or templatized from initially, does not have your owner's file. So what we should do is put a PR in here for the typical owner's file, and just be like, put name or something like that there, so you can add yourself and put that as a step.
But I thought I approved pull request under the Golang repo. Was it under the operator repo? Sorry, the owner's file.
Correct. Okay. Correct.
Okay.
But we're still not quite there yet. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So I'm assuming we're so, oh my goodness. So that's our actual build in staging right there. And I think I'm assuming we're waiting for the build to finish. Right?
Yeah, so image pull back off. I wonder if it's trying to pull from its Docker registry that we found earlier. If you do describe pod on that, what's the image coordinate? Maybe it's like my private Docker registry, Jenkins-X.
Yeah. Take and describe. Every time, JJ. Every time.
Yeah, look what it's trying to pull from. It's trying to pull from your own private Docker registry, I think.
And that's fine.
And there's probably just, yeah. Maybe. So if you do kget pipeline run or kget task run, if those are all done, then I'll be a little bit concerned. And I wonder where those are getting run. In the JX namespace, I think.
Maybe we should be able to see inside of our main overarching pipeline run something running here. No.
So either they've pushed to it and all is well, but you can't pull from it, or they've actually not pushed at all at the end.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. So I'm going to do a kget task run all namespaces because I can't believe they've all succeeded. Right. Now, if I look at the latest one, which is maybe it's this one.
It's the JK. Yeah.
I think GK, yes. If I did that as YAML, minus n JX. Right, I want to see what the output is on that. So if I do that pipe more, okay. Let's see where it's going to push our thing to in the pipeline run. So I see JX Asgard at the top, that's fine. Bunch of weird stuff for fields. Right. Build ID, okay. That's fine. Now when I start seeing some push parameters. Using the image, great. Maybe it's a pipeline resource I need to look at. Well, it's not very exciting so far. It's a very big pipeline run. Right, I'm not having that. I'm just going to grep it. Right. Maybe
So according to this,
pipeline.
it should be in the staging environment.
I don't think it is. Let me just pull back off here. So the image, it's not a pipeline resource either.
It's busted, huh?
Yeah. I just didn't see it do the push. On my kget pipeline run command. Right, I did pipe grep image. And then in any of these coordinates, I don't see your Docker registry. If I do grep on push, nothing. Canico, maybe it's in my task run. But again, it's task run all namespaces. So it's 19.7. I think this is the latest. So this release here. Hey, what? Have you got a GitHub release on your project? And if so, what's the image coordinate? Or maybe it's just Go code.
The 20 minutes ago, 001.
Anything interesting there?
Nope.
Yeah, so nothing in the task run to do with our image, nothing in the pipeline run. So I think it's just not pushed the image. And that visualizer, does it say that it's been a Docker pushing?
The last was 10 minutes ago, master on Jenkins-X, and it was a release.
All right, so I get the logs for that. Yeah. If you search on push, maybe. So is a git push, is a Docker or Canonical or builder push? So just
Push.
some. Yeah, they're pretty boring.
Yeah, nothing like not exactly seeing any good output right now. If you do get applications again,
Yeah. Hold on.
or
I'm trying
JX
to type.
get
Yeah, I'm trying to type into the Zoom window, which obviously isn't going to work. Let me find my show.
there we go.
Well, yeah, but there's going to be nothing there. Yeah, there's nothing there because there's no image, remember? We're close. Right, and you give a healthy Docker registry. So I'm going to kget ingress. Deployments.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically, pull policy is if not present, which is correct. So I'm going to try and pull from here first. But yeah, I just don't see any
We're still
pushing
getting
going on.
we're still seeing the image back off, pull back off.
Yeah. So that IP matches that, which is good. Yeah, it just doesn't get pushed. I do get pipeline. Final check if I think we call it a day. If I do, maybe it's not a pipeline, maybe it's just a big task. These are all old. I just don't see or maybe it takes meta pipeline. Maybe it's that. So let's just check that as YAML. Right, and let's just see if that's got Maven in it, so it won't be that. Has it got Go in it? No. Has it got a push? Nope. Yeah, I just don't see where it would have done the push.
So close, man. So close. I don't. We just didn't get it to show up in staging, huh?
We didn't get to build and push the image. Well, it built the image, but didn't push it anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I guess for our next, here, I'll go ahead and switch us over away from the.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So I guess to wrap up, to your point, so yeah, well, we almost got it done, which is great. We got everything installed how we wanted to, which was fine. We even got the builds and the Docker container, or we look like we got everything wired properly. We just didn't finish that last mile, which is unfortunate. But that just means we can try it again in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
For how big of a jump we had from the first time, or from the very first time to the success to today, I can only imagine what that next time we do this and how far we get. We might actually be able to get through the whole build or setup, then build, and then maybe even be able to change the main.go to say hello Jenkins or something like that, and actually see that get pushed through too. Seem reasonable?
Yeah, sounds good. And it's just literally image pull back off. I mean, on IBM Cloud, it might be able to use the IBM Cloud registry, but I think just make it use either public Docker Hub or that into the registry deployed for us. That'd be a big win, I think. And yeah, it's nice to see all the improvements going in as well. There's a lot of good things happening in Jenkins-X. It's really nice.
Okay. All right, sir. Well, yeah, we'll be back in probably the 9th, 10th. Probably the 10th is the rate we're going, about every other week or so. And from there, we'll see where we get. Sound good?
Yep.
All right, buddy. Say bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye. Catch you later.